What's good, creative fan? Brandon Washington here, and I'm super excited to show you guys these two pair of LED RGB lights. Now recently, GVM actually sent me over these lights here to take a look at, to tell you guys a little bit about them. Now at first, I really wasn't too excited about testing out more lights because honestly, I'm not really sure what else I could really bring to the lighting game other than maybe just teaching you guys how to actually set them up and use them. And so if that's something you guys are interested in, let me know down in the comments. But when it comes to reviewing lights, lights are pretty much lights. It's more about how you use them than what they can actually do. But now in this new world of RGB lights and lights becoming less and less expensive, well, this seemed like a pretty good set to show you guys. So first of all, in the kit, you actually get both of these lights along with their power supplies, a froster, that's what you see actually on them right now. You get the barn doors, which are on them right now, and set of light stands to actually hold these guys up. This all comes in this nice, easy to travel with kit. And so if you're someone who's always on the go trying to film and capture stuff, this is a perfect kit for you to be able to pack up and go with. On top of that, these lights are not just like your typical RGB lights. Yes, they can do the entire color spectrum, and you can actually do some really cool stuff by, doing a lot of coloring effects in camera. But something else that you can do is that these lights actually have some pre-built in effects that you can use that actually makes the lights really usable in some creative facets. Like for example, they have a really cool paparazzi effect. They have a cool lightning type look, which are very similar, but the lightning one, you can actually trigger it when you want it to go, and the paparazzi one's a little more random. And then they also have a really cool police one that uses the red and blue channels to be able to give you this really cool police type light. And they also have a couple other ones like television and flickering light, or like a bad bulb kind of look, or a candle type of look. And with all these, I think it's really cool because you can get super creative with these and how you want to actually use them when filming. Now, even though these are some really cool lights, sometimes when the lights get overly complicated, it becomes like kind of difficult as far as how you actually program them and use them. Well, the interface on the back of them is actually super simple. Not only can you actually use it to navigate all through those different types of use cases, but you can also set these things up as master and slave lights, which means that if one light is set up as the master and the other light is set up as the slave, whatever you do to one light, it will automatically send that information over to the other light. On top of that, you can also control these lights using an app on your phone. So if you want to be able to control these lights individually using an app on your phone, you can absolutely do that and be able to dial in all of your color settings and everything without actually physically touching the lights. Now these lights can be powered off of a battery. It does take 2 of the Sony NP batteries, and you can just pretty much pick those up anywhere. I'll have links to some of the ones on Amazon and B&H down below in the description. But you can pick up these lights pretty inexpensively over on Amazon. And as far as I'm concerned, this is a awesome kit. If you're someone who has no lighting, or if you have a couple lights but you're trying to add some lights to your kit that you can use as far as like background lights, or just have some color, bring something new to your lighting kit without solely breaking the bank, this is definitely a great way to go. I know that RGB lights are kind of the new normal. Apertures come out with some really cool lights. I have a couple quasars. Actually, that one back there is a quasar RGB light that lights up my shelf. And so RGB lights are definitely becoming more the norm in this LED world of lighting. However, if you are looking to get your hands on a really cool set without breaking the bank, I personally think that this might be the best solution, at least that I've tested so far. The only real major downside that I find with these lights is the build quality. Now, obviously with a price tag like this, there's gonna be some type of catch, and I have found that comes pretty much in the build quality. First of all, the barn doors on this thing are completely plastic, which means luckily this light doesn't get hot, and especially because it's an LED light, but you are gonna wanna be a little careful when transporting this light around. So as long as you use the case, you'll be fine. The other thing is the light stands. The light stands are not great, but they are fine for lights of this weight and size. I really would recommend picking up some sandbags to be able to put on these lights, so that way you can actually make sure that they don't go anywhere just in case anybody knocks into them. Because as I mentioned before, they are fairly light and the build quality isn't great, so I would not recommend dropping or knocking these lights over. But when it comes to cheap, inexpensive lights, I mean, you get what you pay for. As far as quality goes, they put out amazing quality. You're gonna wanna be careful with the build though. But that's pretty much all there is to these lights. If there's any additional questions that you guys have about these lights, go ahead and leave those down in the comments below. But other than that, thanks so much for checking out this video. If these lights are awesome for you, I'll have links for those down below as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.